Most of the times, we think our minds protects us, but sometimes our minds protects us to some point that does not allow growth. Hey everyone, welcome to In Mind Podcast, the only and the best well-being and mindfulness podcast in the country. Thanks to each and every single one of you who have created time to listen, learn, and to grow. My name is Ian Mango, and I really want you to get involved in this conversation and this dialogue as we think out loud together about our minds in this world. I can't wait to see you joining me. Well, I'm so happy to introduce you today to a very, very unique episode. This is the second episode of In Mind Podcast, and I know you have come across In Mind Podcast. If you've actually been on the community, I thank you for being here with me. If this is the first time you're hearing this podcast, thank you very much, and join me, be part of the squad, be part of the tribe. Thank you very much. Well, today's topic is something that I've been sparking in my mind for a while now. It's something we've been talking about in my college during talks. I have heard it being spoken in concerts and also in churches. The episode's topic is all about perfect submissions. Perfect submissions. Maybe you want to quit alcohol, unhealthy relationships, or even bad forms of rebellion. This app is because I myself have been a victim to both alcohol and relationship addiction. But besides that, I always have had friends who are older than me. Others are 10 years older than me. Others are 5 years older than me. Others are 2 years older than me. Others are my age mates. Others are even 2 years younger than me. But in them, I see a sense of lack of self-worth and lack of self-fulfillment because of the way they carry themselves in those bubbles and those echo chambers. By saying so, it's because recently I lost a friend, a close friend, and 4 years ago I lost a cousin brother who committed suicide. So for the friend I lost recently who committed suicide, it just started from a toxic relationship, then to alcohol, and finally to death. I still feel bad every moment I remember her. I feel guilty because I didn't help whatsoever while I had the resilience to do so. Instead, I saw her suffer and die because I was thinking, like, if I do this, what will she think about me? If I do this, what will other people think of this? But I came to understand that we carry the lives of others in our hands. We have to use our purpose to serve others. So if you're listening to this right now, I want you to take it seriously, because what I'm talking about in this podcast can change your life, or that of a friend, or that of a family member. But before we look on the 5 practical ways on how to give perfect submissions, let's see what the statistics say. According to World Health Organization, WHO, on 9th May 2022 in the website, it said that harmful use of alcohol is a major causal factor to more than 200 diseases and injury conditions, and 3.3 million people die globally resulting from alcohol. This represents 5.3% of all deaths. Oh, well, you may say that, that's not a large number. 5.3 is a small number in the world. But I'm sure you've bumped into someone who've died because of alcohol or alcohol-related diseases. Well, WHO further cited that alcohol consumption causes death and disability relatively to young people aged in between 20 and 39 years. In Kenya alone, official data shows that alcohol-induced deaths were more than 52,000. And on the relationship side, it's obvious that we have seen homicides taking place. We've seen boyfriends murdering their girlfriend. We have seen wives killing their husbands. We have seen a broad number of suicides and homicides around us. Now, here are the 5 practical ways of quitting toxic stuffs. And these are the 5 which I got them in a scientific way. I've been telling you that I'm doing research on I'm doing research on how to give practical ways in which we can help ourselves in this society. I myself am not a therapist, but I'm related to them. So the first R is reason. The second R is research. The third R is repetition. And 4 and 5, responsibility. And 5, reward. So let's start with the first R, reason. If you truly want to quit a toxic relationship, or you want to quit alcohol or any other form of drugs like cocaine, smoking, first ask yourself the reason. Underline the word reason. The reason why you want to quit. And if the answer is because it's suffocating you or denying you opportunities in life, you are on the right way to go. And if the answer is for validation, if the answer is for you to seek validation from other people that you have quitted alcohol, then it's not the right way to go. It will hurt you. It will haunt you at the end. So the right way to do is to identify the reason. If the reason is often it's suffocating you, it's denying you opportunities in life, goals in life, then that is a way to go. Yeah, that's a way to go. And now let's bump into the second R, research. Always many people are saying that if you indulge yourself in the activity that is related to what you do, you're kindly to get more success in that. So research and seek diligently to convince the God in your mind. You understand that our mind have two voices. There's a voices that resembles a child, and there's a voice that resembles a parent. An example is this one. As a child, we usually sleep in the morning because we don't want to go to school to do exams, maybe, and we find ourselves sleeping in. And then there's that voice which tells you, oh, sleep in, you really have a long week, this a weekend, you have to sleep in like 1 hour and then wake up. And then there's another voice which now resembles a parent, which tells you, oh, you need to wake up. You need to do this and this. Oh, Ian, you need to wake up today. You need to actually do these chores and maybe go to a speaking gig or do a volunteer work. And that's a way to go. So research and seek diligently to convince the God in your mind so that it can help you convince the senses. That's the senses, our touch, taste, and feeling. So you can do this by engaging in people, listening to related podcasts like In Mind podcasts and many other podcasts that relates to mental awareness and mindfulness and wellness, and read related books. And the more you absorb the information, the more likely you create transformation. Let's go to that R, repetition. Repetition is the best tool for getting used to something. And as many people say that practice makes perfect. They're right. So make that piece a priority in your life. Do it again and again and again. Do it often. Repeat it. Make that thing a mantra in your life. Repeat it. Like make that a mantra. Before you wake up in the morning, say today, I don't want to taste anything that relates with alcohol or alcohol. The last thing you do before you sleep, tell God, I want to quit this. Thank God for keeping you throughout the day. You never tasted alcohol. Then go to bed and sleep, and you will eradicate that. And remember, if you want to make something a priority in your life, it has to be a small step and a big priority. The fourth R, responsibility. Well, we have to be responsible of everything that we do. Now, be responsible and do this with someone. If you want to quit alcohol or toxic relationship or toxic work relationship, toxic love relationship, or any other kind of relationship that's not worth, do this with someone, like someone you want to feel growing with them. That's why having a tribe or a community like In Mind Podcast or a group of people aiming for the same makes us likely to achieve that. And that will make you likely to achieve that. If you want to quit alcohol, go to Google, research on how to quit alcohol, and actually you'll have your way to go. The fifth and the final R, reward. This sounds amazing. You have to reward, like you are not rewarding any other person, but you are rewarding yourself. So reward yourself by making and recognizing an amazing growth that you are making so far, as to show how much you have to go. So this is amazing. Like, you have to reward yourself. Most of the time we reward other people, but we don't reward ourselves. We don't even validate ourselves. We don't even compliment ourselves. Because again, we have to do this because again, our minds tricks us if not given some affirmations. I was reading a book by David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. It was saying that we need to actually be complimenting and validating the things that our minds does to us, because most of the times we think our minds protects us, but sometimes our minds protects us to some point that does not allow growth. That's David Goggins. If you want to read that book, go grab it. It's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. We're still in reward. So you need to reward yourself in validation, compliment yourself, like, oh Ian, today you didn't eat junk food, today you didn't eat bajia, or you didn't eat chips, so I validate myself, I didn't eat that. Today you are happy, you are never stressed, today you seem to be organized. Whoa, thank yourself. So that's a way to go. You thank yourself, your mind rewinds, you start to mirror it, the things you did, and you find them being of sense. And also, above this all, measure every step you are making and trace them to help you get rid of that stuff. That's why Peter Drucker said, if you can't measure, you can't manage it. I repeat that. If you can't measure, you can't manage it. So those are the 5 perfect submissions. Well, thank you very much for listening through to the end of the episode. I hope you are going to share this all across social media platforms. Let me know that you are subscribed to In Mind. Text me in Facebook, text me in Instagram, text me in WhatsApp, and tell me what a difference it's making in your life. And I would love to hear your thoughts. I can't wait for this conscious community we are creating of mindful people. You are now part of the tribe, part of the squad. Thank you for being in Mind. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye bye. See you soon.